Be you foolish, Mary Warren? Be you deaf? I forbid you to leave my house, did I not? Why shall I pay you? I am looking for you more often than my cows.
Oh, you come to see the great doings in the world.
I'll show you a great doing of your arse one of these days. Now get you home. My wife is waiting with your work.
I'd best be off. I have errands to run. Good morning, Mr. Proctor. She's only gone silly somehow. She'll come out of it.
So she flies, eh? Where are her wings?
Oh, John, sure you're not believing she flies.
The road past my house is a pilgrimage to Salem all morning. The town's mumbling witchcraft.
Oh, Pop. We were dancing in the woods last time. I don't believe in us. She took fright us all.
Dancing by the moonlight. You'll be clapped in the stocks before you're 20.
Give me a word, John. A soft word.
No, Abby, I've not come for that.
You've come 5 miles on the silly go fly. I know you better.
I come to see which mischief your uncle's brewing now. Put it out of mind, Abby.
John, I am waiting for you every night.
You'll put it out of mind, Abby. I'll not be coming for you more.
You're surely sporting with me.
You know me better.
I know how you clutch my back behind your house and sweat it like a stallion whenever I come near. I saw your face when she put me out, and you love me then and you do now.
Abby, that's a wild thing to say.
A wild thing. We say wild things. I have seen your face when she put me out. I have seen you nights.
I've hardly stepped off my farm in the 7th month.
I have a sense for heat, John, and yours has drawn me to my window. Do you tell me you've never looked at my window?
Perhaps I have.
I know you, John. I know you. And I cannot sleep but for dreaming, and I cannot dream but wake and walk about the house and find you coming through some door.
Child.
How do you call me child?
Abby, I may think of you softly from time to time, but I will cut off my hand before I ever reach for you again. Wipe it out of mind. We never touched.
Aye, but we did.
Aye, but we did not.
Oh, I marvel how such a strong man may let you think
You speak nothing of Elizabeth!
She is blackening my name in the village. She's telling lies about me. She's a cold, sniveling woman, and you bend to her.
Did you look for women?
I look for John Proctor that put knowledge in my heart. I never knew the lying lessons I was taught by all these Christian women and other covenanted men. And now you bid me tear the light out of my eyes? I will not. I cannot. You love me, John Proctor. Whatever sin it is, you love me yet. John, kidding me. Kidding me.
Said a word. No one here can testify I've said a word. Is she going to fight again? I hear she calls.
Man, be quiet now.
What have you done? Pray calm yourself. I have 11 children and am 26 times a grandma, and I've seen them all through their silly seasons, and when it come on them, they were what the devil vowed to keeping up with their mischief. I think she'll wake of it when she tires. A child's spirit is like a child. You may never catch it by running after it. You must stand still, and for love itself it will soon come back.
Aye, that's the truth of it, Rebecca.
This is no silly season, Rebecca. My Ruth is bewildered, Rebecca. She cannot eat. Perhaps she is not hungered yet. Mr. Parris, I hope you have not decided to go in search of blue spirits. I hear there's promise of that outside.
A wide opinion's running in the parish that the devil may be among us. And I would satisfy them that they are wrong.
How about you come out and call them wrong? Are you the minister or Mr. Hale? Did you consult the wardens of the church before you called this minister to look for devils?
He is not coming to look for devils!
Then what's he coming for?
There be children dying in the village, mister.
I see none dying.
Pray, John, be calm. Mr. Parris, I think you best send Reverend Hale back as soon as he comes. This will set us all to arguing again in society, and we ought to have peace this year. I think we ought to rely on Dr. Driggs now, and good prayer. Rebecca, the doctor's baffled. If so he is, then let us go to God for the cause of it. There's prodigious danger in searching of blue spirits. I fear it. But let us rather blame ourselves then.
How may we blame ourselves? I am one of 9 sons. The Putnam seed have people as prophets. And yet I have but 1 child left of age, and now she shrivels.
I cannot fathom
You think it's God's work that you should never lose a child, nor a grandchild either, and I bury all but one.
When Reverend comes, you will proceed to look for signs of witchcraft.
You cannot command, Mr. Parris. We vote by name in this society, not by acreage.
I never heard you were so undecided, Mr. Proctor. I do not think I saw you at Saturday. This is no.
I have totally nothing that I come 5 miles to hear him preach on hellfire and bloody damnation. There are many others who stay away from the church these days because they hardly ever mention God anymore.
Why, that's a drastic charge.
It's somewhat true. There are many that fail to bring their children.
I do not preach for children, Rebecca. It is not the children who are unmindful of their obligations toward this ministry. Where is my wood? My conduct provides that I can supply with all my fire. I am waiting since November for a stick. And even in November, I had to show my frostbitten hands like some London beggar.
You're allowed £6 a year to buy your wood, Mr. Parris.
I ain't paid little enough for that I spent £6 on firewood. The contract is £66, Mr. Proctor. I am not some preaching farmer with a book on my arm. I am a graduate of Harvard College.
Aye, and well instructed in mathematics.
Mr. Corey, you will look far for a man like kind with £60 a year. I am not used to this poverty. I left the thrifty business in the Barbados to serve the Lord. I do not fathom it. Why am I persecuted here? I cannot offer one proposition without there be some howling riot of argument. I have often wondered if the devil be in it somewhere. I cannot understand you people otherwise.
Mr. Parris, you are the first minister that ever did demand the deed to this house.
I am your third preacher in 7 years. I do not wish to be put out like a cat whenever some majority feels the wind. You people seem not to comprehend that a minister is the largest man in the parish. A minister is not to be so lightly crossed and contradicted. There is either obedience or the church will burn like hell is burning.
Can you speak 1 minute without we land in hell? I am sick of hell.
It is not for you to say what is good for you to hear.
I may speak my heart, I think.
What are we, Quakers? We are not Quakers here yet, Mr. Proctor, and you may tell that to your followers.
My followers.
There is a party in this church. I am not blind. There is a faction and a party.
Against you.
Against him and no authority.
Well, then I must find it and join it.
He does not mean that.
Oh, I mean it soundly, Rebecca. I like not the smell of this authority. I have crop to sow and lumber to drag home. What do you say, Giles? Let's find that party. Says there's a party.
I've changed my opinion of this man. I beg your pardon, Mr. Parris. I never thought you had so much iron in you.
Right, thank you, Giles.
It suggests in mind what the trouble be among us all these years. Think on it. Wherefore is everybody suing everybody else? I've been in court 6 times this year.
Is it the devil's fault that a man cannot say good morning to you without you clapping him for defamation? You're old, Giles. You're not hearing as well as you did.
John Proctor, not only last month have I collected £4 damages for you publicly saying I've earned...
I never said no such thing, but I paid for it. So I hope I can call you deaf without charge. Come along, Giles, and help me drag my lumber home.
I'll be dead first.
A moment, Mr. Proctor. What number is that you're dragging home, if I may ask?
My lumber from out my forest by the riverside?
Why, we have surely gone wild this year. What anarchy is this? That track's in my bounds. It's in my bounds,
In
Mr.
your
Proctor.
bounds. I bought that track from Goody Nurse's husband 5 months ago.
He had no right to sell it. It stands clear in my grandfather's will that all the land...
Your grandfather had a habit of willing land that never belonged to him, if I may say it plain.
That's God's truth. He nearly willed away my north pasture when I broke his fingers before he set his name on it. Let's get that lumber home, John. I feel like some little work coming on.
You know one oak of mine, you fight to drag it home.
Aye, we'll win 2, Putnam, this fool and I. Come on, John.
I'll wear my man on you, Corey. I'll clap a writ on you.
Oh, Mr. Hill! Oh, it's good to see you again. Hi there, heavy.
Oh, it must be. They're weighted with authority.
Well, you do come prepared.
We shall need hard study if it comes down to tracking down the old boy. You cannot be Rebecca Nurse.
I am, sir. You know me?
It is strange how I know you. But I suppose you look as a good soul should. We have all heard of your great charities in Beverly.
Do you know this gentleman, Mr. Thomas Putnam, and his good wife, Anne?
Putnam. I had not expected such distinguished company, sir.
He's not seen to help us today, Mr. Hill. We look for you to come to our house and save our child.
Your child, sir?
Her soul seems blown away. She sleeps and yet she walks.
She cannot eat.
Cannot eat.